very last minute with no notice to help bring this energy um, into our planetary grid, and to help us propel our human race into a higher level of being, despite everything that's going on. And so I just want to say hello and welcome all of you. I'm honored that you took time to be here. I know some of you, it's the middle of the night, and thank you so much. And I promise that the next session, which will probably be in a few days, will be more amenable to other parts of the world. We may do like we've done before and do 2 sessions so that we kind of hit within 12 hours of each other, so that we hit everyone who wants to participate and not be sleep deprived, especially on a weeknight. So thank you very much for being here. And I'm Deb Shakti. For those of you who haven't been with us before, I do many things, and you will see once I post the recording, you'll see some links where you can get in touch with me to do work if you like, or if you have special questions or needs. But one of the main things I do now, one of my great focus of my life, is sitting to transmit the messages, the energy, all of the information and the healing that comes from a high-level group called the Star Teachers. They don't really have names, but we asked for a name a long time ago when they started working with us, and that's what they said would be the best name for people to identify with. So that's what we call them, the Star Teachers, or the teachers. Just quickly to let you know, their main message is that they are actually us, humans living in this timeline right now, the one that we are focusing on right here, right now. They were us having attained, having lived through and accomplished, surviving, not just surviving, but jumping over the line where we are right now, where we live in kind of duality, negativity, where there's a lot of negative emotions and activities on our planet. They found a way, they say we found the way to eliminate that and to start working together and living in harmony. And as we did that, then we started ascending in frequency, and eventually became very, very high level earthlings, who then began to explore more deeply off Earth, into outer space and into inner dimensions, which, as you know, we're doing right now. We're doing way more than most people know. And so the timeline has accelerated. All of these things are happening. And despite all of the negative, almost scary things that are happening right now, the flip side of that is they say we are this close to jumping over that line and never having to deal with that kind of construct again, because it's a very specific construct to third dimensional earth plane living. And most of us have squeezed all the juice out of that experience over many life reality experiences. What some of you would call past lives. There are no past lives, of course, in the quantum universe. Everything's happening all at once, forever, all the time. So anyway, that's the main message. They are us, having evolved to a higher level, and they have joined what they call the cosmic neighborhood, the cosmic family of most beings who are in creation, who live happily, creatively, and purposefully. And so now it's our turn to be pulled up into that realm. And so they speak with us often. They give us messages. They give us information, tools, technology or at least the inspiration to invent the technology, and so that we can pull ourselves up into that focus as well. So that's kind of it in a nutshell. My part in this is I I work as a therapist. I do hypnotherapy, quantum hypnotherapy, energy work, counseling, and so forth. But the main work what I do for them is channel them so that you can hear the words. Please know that they're very adamant in saying that all of this work is coming from you to yourself, from yourself, and that we are merely the people who hold space for you and help you understand. So when they speak through me, the words are literally, they're giving you understanding, hopefully, of what's being given, but the words are merely a carrier wave, kind of a delivery device, if you will, for the greater wisdom, for the energy, for the healing, for all of the DNA activation of latent abilities that we all have that are not awakened yet or starting to awaken. So just the sound of the words is a technology that's being used for your greater good. And know that there is a ton of energy that's happening. You may feel it. Some of you are extremely sensitive, so you may feel the energy coming into you. You may feel it when we get into the meditation, when they lead it. The energy affects everyone in their own unique way. It's kind of a custom deal for everyone. So if some of you may feel temperature differences, shivers. Hopefully many of you will feel deeply pleasant feelings of love, relaxation, joy, peace, serenity, and just flow with whatever you're getting, because know that you're giving yourself exactly what you need in each and every moment while we're together. Let's see, what else did I want to tell you? Oh, having said that, I have decided with their help yesterday, some of you may have already seen this, but I decided to change how I do things now in the time that we're living, because it is so imperative that everyone work together and be of service to each other. I have opened up on my website and in my scheduler, most of my services are now on a love offering basis so that I can be of service to all of you. I know that it is a time when people are really may not be able to work. They may not have a job. They may not have a great deal of cash flow or whatever. And yes, I need to make a living too, but it's always given to me. So, you can, there'll be a link on the recording once I make it available for how you can go and make an appointment with me if you like. I want to be of service to all of you. Any of you who needs service, please let me know. There are a few things that are not on a love offering basis because they're very complicated techniques and methods, and they take a lot of time. So those are on a half price basis. But if anyone needs those and they can't come up with that, just let me know and we'll work something out. All right. So having said that, I want to welcome all of you once again, especially those of you who just joined. I will just give you a couple of little etiquette things for this evening. I have muted everyone. We're going to stay muted as the teachers come on and lead the meditation, because we want everything to be quiet, no distractions. Feel free to leave your camera on if you have it on, or turn it off. Feel free to turn your lights down if you like. Get comfy. This will be an eyes closed meditation, I'm pretty sure. They want you to go within. But we will visit for a little while after, depending on how much time we have this evening. This is a work night for me too, so I have to be careful of my time as well. So having said that, I think it's time for us to just take a moment and get comfortable. And let's just take a few deep breaths together, and they will come in You may or may not be able to tell at first that it's them talking, but I'm sure they will announce themselves. So everyone just get nice and comfy. You can either sit up straight or you can recline if you like, or lie down, whatever's best for you. Some of you are not well, I know, in your body. And so please take care to be as comfortable as possible. That is the key for this evening's adventure with the star teachers. So if you will, close your eyes lightly. A nice smile on your face is always a good thing. It elicits some good chemical reactions in your body. So as you smile with your eyes closed, everyone just take a nice deep breath in and fill your body with the good air of earth. And then as you exhale, if you will, open your mouth and just a little sigh or a ha, and let all the air out, squeeze it at the end so you get it all out. And once again, deep breath in, fill yourself up from the tips of your toes to the crown of your head. And then as you exhale again, open your mouth. Inhale once again. Now hold that breath for a moment. Pull your pelvic muscles up, pull your belly in, tuck your chin lightly, hold. Let your eyes look up through the top of your head with your eyes closed. And as you exhale, that nice sigh of relief, slow and long. Again, breathing in deeply. Hold at the top, pull up the pelvic floor muscles, belly in, upper abdomen in, chin slightly tucked, squeeze, look up through the top of your head with your eyes closed. Exhale, ha. And once more, breathe in deeply, fill yourself up, really drink it in. Hold at the top, pull all those muscles up and in, squeeze, 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 squeeze as tightly as you can. Look up through the crown of your head with your closed eyes, lift those eyes through the closed eyelids. And now just let everything go. Let your eyes stay closed, smile once more. Let your shoulders drop down as if you were hanging a coat on a hanger. Look at how that would feel, having your arms drooping over the edges of a hanger. And as you do, just breathe normally. And we wish to welcome you. We are the teachers. Thank you for joining us this evening from all parts of your planet. We are so very deeply grateful to you, our future ancestors, those of you who have been so courageous to incarnate into this timeline at this time, the bravest and the best of you, for you are the ones who gave birth to us. And so we now return the favor by helping you to understand what your part is at this time and in your near future, if that is a word you would like to use. We understand that there is great turmoil on your planet at this moment. And for that, we are deeply sorry, because we know that it is playing upon your minds, your bodies, and your spirits. But we are here to tell you to not fear, to not despair, and to certainly not allow yourselves to get pulled down into the depths of the very sticky, dense, and heavy, imprisoning energy of negativity, of anger, of fear, of sorrow, of resentment, of judgment and blame. It's very easy to do so when you're in circumstances that you all find yourselves in now. But that is the reason all these situations have brought themselves to a head at this moment in your time. They are merely progenitors, signs that you have found your way, and that you are nearing the apex of your absolutely amazing and courageous efforts to pull this planet up into another vibration and to give birth to something new and beautiful and unheard of in this frequency. You are alchemists, every one of you. Each one of you has special gifts, and you are perhaps even unwittingly using them right this very moment and all through this lifetime as co-creators of this energy. Speaking of energy, we chose this time in your planet's movement through your solar system and galaxy to meet with you. It is an auspicious time, what you would call your spring equinox in one hemisphere and your autumn equinox in the other hemisphere. Equinox is just merely saying we have equal parts of day and night, light and dark. This is the pivotal point of power moment when everything is in place to give birth to something new and beautiful. And so we thank you for being here with us as the portal opens and your solar system begins to spiral through it, being washed clean, given energy, given new information, new vibration. Not just your solar system, but in particular your planet and all of the inhabitants on the planet being showered with this energy in this moment and in the next few moments. Feel it. We are helping to amplify that energy now as a group. Remember that when you gather many souls together with the same intention, the energy is amplified exponentially and has such power. And so we thank you for doing this with us this evening, this morning, this afternoon, wherever you are. As you relax, listening to the sound of our words from our partner's voice, please know that there is a lot going on within each of you in a customized fashion. If your physical being needs healing and balancing, there will be a lot of rewiring and assistance for that this evening, this morning, and this afternoon. And each time you listen to the words again, once the recorded version of this visit is made available to you, there will be more and more happening. So please avail yourselves of that and be sure you share it with others once it becomes available to you. On the carrier wave of the words also is a lot of information that your human brains in this moment can't understand verbally, but the sound of the words is a technology that is unlocking many, many, many corridors in your human understanding, in your conscious awareness. And it will definitely help you to be a different person altogether once we are complete this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Please know that you are evolving at an extremely accelerated rate now. And so the body might become uncomfortable at times. Allow the body to relax as much as possible. Take good care of it, and it will help to flow through these changes. What else might be happening is balancing of all of your energetic centers. This is a much more streamlined process and will help to affect the template of your physical being, for it is attached to the divine grid. You may or may not feel yourself shifting from time to time in your physicality or even in your mind. Do not despair and be not afraid. The shifting, the feeling a little off balance is only calibration, and it will resolve itself by the end of this exercise. So allow yourselves to relax even more deeply. Please know that the equinox energy and the portal that we are now traveling through together is also a symbol of equal parts of everything, equality, harmony. The equinox is also a symbol of giving birth or rebirth. This moment in time that we spend with you is an absolute perfect moment to give birth to the new earth era, to the new human era. Allow yourselves to be part of all of that. Allow yourselves to have an open mind and a heart to participate fully in that. There is no reason to doubt. This is the time for trusting that you are unlimited in your capability and potential, and you are infinite in your abilities. Congratulations, you've graduated to another level in this moment. And we are here to celebrate by allowing you to experience the shower of the energy that is now flowing through you as we all move through this portal together. And so, as we relax, we ask you to please let your attention move down to that pelvic area of your physical body as we begin to help recalibrate your energy centers so that we may become very coherent with each other and with the divine grid. That energy center is at your pelvic floor and runs down through your legs and feet. It is symbolic of being grounded, feeling safe. But to balance, we must also remind you that there are extremes to everything, and we want to bring everything back to center. And so if there is an imbalance in that energy center, you may be so grounded that you can't do anything. You may find yourself in a depression or paralyzed by fear or other negative emotions. You might also find yourself becoming way too attached to old ways, to things that are only in your comfort zone or in your realm of familiarity, even if they are uncomfortable. And so at this moment, we ask you once again to place your attention there at the perineum of your body and let the energy portal now flow that area with red, brilliant, sparkling light from the tips of your toes up through the pelvic area. Red sparkling energy is now cleansing, helping to dissolve any blockages or obstacles that are caused by the negative extremes of the center. Feel it. It may feel warm. It may feel solid and very strong. Allow yourself to push in this red energy there and relax even more deeply. If you will now, bring your awareness up to a place inside the center of your body, a few inches below your navel. This energy center is all about creation and pleasure sensuality, the ability to compose music, create art, create new humans, hatch new ideas. It is a very sacred center. But when out of balance, often it goes to an extreme where you might find yourself either blocked from being able to create and enjoy that act of creativity, or you may become too attached to the pleasure of this third density world. You might be addicted to food, to drink, to recreational drugs, to sex. You might be addicted to your own ideas, forgoing any other ideas that are helpful to your co-creation with the rest of the human beings on this planet. And so now as we spiral through the energy portal of the equinox, begin to feel, not just perceive, but feel bright, sparkling orange energy flowing into that area, blending with the red below it. Feel it washing you clean, bringing a perfect harmony of sensuality, of excitement, of pleasure, of inspiration. Feel it. You might even feel a little bit like dancing. It makes your body want to move. Don't deny the body if it wants to perhaps wave a little bit or wiggle as we do this. Allow the body to calibrate itself as the energy moves through it. Take a few moments now to bathe in that energy. Remember that all of these centers affect the physical parts of the body that are seated within them. And so as you allow that part to be bathed in the energy, healing and balancing occurs for them as well. Now please indulge us and let your awareness move up to the solar plexus of your body, the upper abdomen. The symbology of this center is about your power, about your strength. It's also about being able to digest what is coming in, whether it is food and drink, or whether it is ideas. When in balance, you're able to receive so much information, whether it comes by way of physical food and drink, or whether it comes by receiving ideas through communication, through energy. When out of balance, you might become very addicted again to overeating, overindulging, or being very attracted to and very addicted to asserting your power over others, the need for control. Remember that that is a very imprisoning trap. For being in the state of flow and coherency is the way to achieve the things you want to achieve. And so, as we move together through the portal now, a sparkling yellow gold energy flows into that center, blending with the orange and the red below. Feel yourself being washed as if you were in a beautiful waterfall of sunshine, of golden light. Be in this energy now so that you can become purely balanced, so that you can be strong, so that you have the energy to do what you need to do when you need to do it without being attached or addicted to any outcomes. Trust is the capital word of this energy center. Trust yourself and trust creation. Let yourself flow with this energy for a few moments now, recalibrating and balancing, healing and enlivening. Excellent. And now, if you will, let your awareness come up to the heart center, that place in the center of your chest, the seat of love. And when in balance, you're able to receive and give love freely. And love is the carrier wave of all that is good. When out of balance, the center can often be closed off, unable to receive love, unable to give love. It might be addicted to the need to be needy, to be non-self-sufficient, to believe that to have love coming from someone or somewhere outside of yourself is the most important thing, when in reality, the greatest love you can have is the love for yourself. And in doing so, you're able to love and receive love from others and from the universe. And so as the energy is flowing in, a sparkling bright green light fills your center in the chest, blending with the yellow, orange, and red below. Feel your chest expand, feel your shoulders drop, feel your heart open. Perhaps you begin to have memories of loving moments, beautiful moments, where someone loved you, or you loved someone or something. And if you're truly, truly courageous this evening, this morning, this afternoon, allow yourself a memory to flow up through that green light now of a time when you actually loved yourself and expressed that love. And that love for yourself created beautiful things for your world. Linger here for a few more moments in the green light and in that memory. And then, if you will, let your awareness move up to the throat. And in the center of the throat lies the seat of an energy center that is symbolic of communication, of your ability to communicate and speak your truth to others, and to hear the truth from others, to hear the truth from yourself through others, as you are listening to the truth now through us. When this center is out of balance, words can become weapons. They can become very, very hurtful and destructive. When out of balance, you may find yourself unable to understand what others mean, to be out of coherence on a communication level. And so as we spiral through this beautiful portal this evening, this morning, this afternoon together, allow a sparkling, bright blue light to flow into that center, filling you up, expanding, allowing, recalibrating, balancing, blending with the green, the yellow, the orange, and red below. Linger here for a few moments. Feel your neck and your throat relax. Feel yourself beginning to perceive what it's like to trust that you don't have to worry about how you're going to communicate your feelings or your ideas, because you are agreeing in this moment to remain in flow and to allow the information to come through you whenever it is needed and to come into you whenever you need it. Rest here for a few moments. Wash yourself clean in that area with the blue sparkling light. Feel energized and rejuvenated. Excellent. And now, if you will, place your awareness the very center of your brain, behind the place right above your nose, between your eyebrows, and halfway into the head. You will find a little pine cone shaped gland called the pineal gland. And the pineal gland is the seat of this center. This center is where your intuition lies, where your telepathy is created, where your ability to connect with others without verbalization, without physicality, is seated. This is where your dreams are generated from, for they are not dreams at all. When this center is in balance and you are relaxed, as you are sometimes when you are asleep, it is your own tiny portal that you slip through to enjoy observing all the other focus points of your reality. It is where you are able to have out-of-body experiences, astral travel, remote view, have psychic interludes, and telepathic communication with others. When out of balance, you feel alone, separate, lost, confused, depressed, alone. As we spiral on your planet and around your solar system through this portal, the energy now turns to a beautiful indigo blue, midnight blue, a little tinge of violet, sparkling, high vibration, cleaning out all the calcifications from the toxins that have been put into that body of this tiny gland and in the brain, all of the things that make up that human brain, which is nothing more than a small flash drive of a larger computer system that is your consciousness. Allow yourself to rest here, to float in this beautiful indigo energy. Feel the pineal gland awaken. Let it shower the rest of your physical body with the proper balance of chemicals and hormones to again help heal, balance, awaken, enliven, and integrate what is needed in this moment and the moments to come. Float here weightless in the deep micro universe within your own brain. And as this awakening begins to accentuate itself, let your awareness move to a few inches to a few feet above the crown of your head, where you can now envision the portal that we are all moving through together. This portal is now pouring through exactly what you need, each of you, to move forward in this life, to be healthy, happy, whole, inspired, filled with abundance, trusting in your nature of unlimited and infinite capability, and knowing, deeply knowing and trusting that this is your moment. Awaken travelers to this beautiful moment where you are now going to be conscious co-creators in perfect coherency with each other and with the cosmos. Staying very relaxed now in the deep part of your inner selves. Envision all the people you are gathered here with tonight. See yourselves encircling your planet, floating in a circle of light, holding hands. Don't just imagine it, feel it. Feel each person in the circle. Feel your hearts joining with the energy of love, heart coherency. Feel that. Wrap the earth in a web of love now. See it. A grid of love, protective, healing, balancing, harmonizing. Whatever is happening on the planet that is causing any negative emotion, any physical discomfort, let this web now radiate down to the planet Let the web now also from your hearts begin to move outward from the planet as well, connecting to the cosmic grid, the divine grid. You are now connecting to the hearts of all beings in the cosmos. All the high-level beings who are in creation are now joining with you in heart coherence, feeding your own beings and you as antenna for the planet. The lightning rods are now sending all of that energy, all of that healing, all of that harmony to your planet. And now that we are all connected, even those who are not consciously aware that they are joining us in this endeavor this evening, this morning, this afternoon, all of us now together set the intention that the great moment has come to heal this planet and her inhabitants, to gain the understanding that things that may be causing what looks like death or illness or war or starvation or poverty or greed or corruption, all of it is being healed. These things that you have been noticing in your environment, in your culture, in your society, that are so distasteful, that are so frightening, they have been nothing more than signifiers of what is to be let loose from your own inner being before this upward movement in frequency can occur. Think about that for a moment. So many beings on your planet are in deep fear of a small microbe, a virus. And you are being told that it is wreaking havoc and will wash this planet clean of humanity if left unchecked. That it will kill everything that is beautiful, that is good, and that is not the truth. What is happening is symbolic of what is happening within you. There is a deep cleansing happening within yourselves right now and on your planet. This virus is merely a symbol of the final collapse of old, destructive or non-constructive paradigms, ideas, constructs, imprisoning situations. Do not be afraid when you notice the collapse happening. Do not ask yourselves, how will I survive? You always survive. There is no death. The body may change form, but there is no death. The only death that exists is the collapse of the current systems, and it is much needed so that all of you, and you're learning it quickly now if you didn't before, all of you will be needed to work together. You awaken to find that the beautiful things in life come when you work together, when you're in service to each other, when you trust that you will have what you need when you need it, which is true abundance. Be not afraid when you see your governments collapse, when you see your financial systems collapse, when you see religious systems collapse, educational systems collapse, physical buildings collapse. When you see human bodies collapse, we know that it is terrifying, but it's because you have been programmed to be terrified by such things. If you could see life from the scope of where we see it, you would be so fine with what is happening. Because it is a beautiful thing. You are giving birth to the new earth and to the new human in this moment. The only suffering that really occurs is when you resist being in the flow of this absolutely amazing process that you, yourselves, we initiated long ago. So stop judging, stop blaming, stop spending all your time trying to find out where it started, who started it, why it's going on, what are all of the ulterior motives, not just of this situation, but all the situations of collapse that you are noticing around you. Stop it. It's a waste of your energy. Focus on how you will build something new, productive, purposeful, and harmonious. How will you build it? You start with yourself, build within, build with trust, aided by the information that's coming into you now through this portal and through the words that we're speaking through our partner. Find yourselves feeling stronger, more alert, more filled with compassion and unconditional love for all beings on your planet and beyond. All beings are necessary. All beings play their part to the finest end of each situation. Stop judging. Stop blaming. Let go of your disappointments and your resentments. They only are holding you back from that which is what you truly wish for. We promise you made it. We promise you do, because we are here speaking to you now. For we are you, having jumped over that line and finally lived in sustainment of that energy, that focus, never to go back, having created something absolutely new. We promise this is who you are. This is who you will become. And it's happening now. No more waiting. Celebrate with us. Celebrate. Feel the joy. Take a few moments to be in this deep silence. Feel the joyful energy that is flowing through to help you now. And now we ask you to envision what it is that you can be grateful for in this moment, right now. Pull things up into your inner scope of perception. What are you grateful for? Give energy to that. Amplify it, expand it. What are you grateful for? Program yourselves right now with our help to remember to express gratitude as many times a day as you possibly can. Look around you in every moment in wonder, like a small child, at how beautiful things are around you. No matter what else is going on, there's always beauty and wonder and things of great importance to be grateful for. And acknowledging what you have to be grateful for, then make a vow to yourself that you will start to share the things that you are grateful for with others. For instance, if you have extra food, perhaps share some of that food with others who might not have any. If you have extra time, perhaps share that with others who are stressed, who are overworked, perhaps asking to help with some chore or some obligation. If you are grateful for your health and your vitality, perhaps offer your physical being to assist someone who can't get around right now. Perhaps shop for them or cook for them or take care of their pet for them. If you are affluent, share your wealth with others. If you are an artist, make someone happy each day with something that you can create, no matter how large or small. What can you share with others? Can you share your smile in the face of despair? Can you share your heart with those who are despised? Can you be unconditional in the face of great adversity? We only speak of this to you now because this is the key. It is the key to unlocking the door to the new era that you are working towards moving into. In other words, focus on what it is you have that you can be grateful for and what you want to build from that. Stop focusing on what is perceived as wrong with the world, with others, and especially with yourself. It is time to be absolutely self-responsible in this regard. Stop the negative loops in your mind, especially the negative self-talk. It's imprisoning you. It's holding you back. And because all are connected, all are one, you are holding the world back when you do this. Care for others. Care for yourself. Joyfully co-create the new world. And watch these things that are so frightening and so upsetting to you absolutely evaporate away. It's how you get rid of it. And you do. We promise. We would not be speaking to you this evening, this morning, this afternoon, were it not so, had you not done it. In your perception and awareness, one more time, envision yourselves circling your planet, holding hands, letting each other's hearts flood your own with love, with coherency, with hope, with the wisdom, the knowledge that you absolutely have the power to do this. And then feel the love pouring into the grid that you have created around your planet from those of us who live in all dimensions with the awareness that we live in all dimensions, just as you do and are now becoming aware of. See your planet being showered with this energy just as you are being showered with it. Feel it vibrate at a different rate of frequency. See it being cleansed as you cleansed your own energy centers earlier. And make a vow now to never look back. Allow yourself to detach from that old paradigm now, to be free, to be you, to be we. And now we ask you to begin to pull your awareness back, staying connected at the heart with each person, with each part of your planet, with each part of the cosmos, but pull your awareness back into your own being. Each unique facet of the one, that's what you are. That's what we are. All part of the same jewel, but uniquely beautiful as the light shines through us. Feel yourself coming back into your body and feel how different the body feels now. Energized, rejuvenated, harmonized, activated. Please know that all that has occurred in this session with you will continue to build upon what has happened this evening, this morning, this afternoon. Allow yourselves to be relaxed for the next while, to treat this body vessel and this mind as a sacred vessel for the energy of the divine that you carry. Do your very best to nourish it, to hydrate it, to give it proper exercise, especially to help it be as often as possible in nature, to breathe fresh air, to be joyful, to be free of all those negative things that you have been attached to in the past. Feel your awareness now coming into that body. Feel the energy flowing through it. And you may stretch, yawn, blink your eyes. As you are ready, you may open your eyes. Join back in the physical world with us for a few more moments as we say thank you. Thank you to our dear future ancestors. That is you. We love you. We're so grateful for you. We are here in each and every moment to support you and guide you. Allow those centers to connect with us whenever you need, and be still and listen and feel. You'll receive what you need. We thank you. We are the teachers in Lakesh. Wow, so everyone, I'm looking to see what time it is. I have no idea what time it is. Oh, we're just a little over an hour. Thank you. I would highly encourage you to take all the time you need to transition back into an awakened state physically, because I feel like I've been in a dream. I know what I received. I don't know what you received. Everybody gets something different in these sessions. But what they gave me was an explanation that this was an experience, and that it was it's like therapy, like, as they put it, like going to the doctor to receive what you needed for an illness. And so they didn't have question and answer this evening, but in the next transmission that will be the focus. And so to stay tuned for that, it'll be in just a few days. This was explicitly given to utilize the energy of the Equinox Portal that they helped us get through. You still may experience some of the energy of that portal. They say that it's going to be open for the next several hours. So if you can, relax and enjoy it, bathe yourself in it. And if it's something that you're able to do and it's allowed, go outside for a few minutes and allow nature to also bathe you with that energy, because nature amplifies that energy as well. I will unmute you all for just a few minutes if you want to visit. And again, it's not going to be a, question and answer thing, but I'm happy to sit and even visit with all of you for a little bit and say hello to you. And then just a reminder that I did announce at the beginning of our event that I am making most of my services on a love offering basis. So if you need anything, please just contact me, and we'll get that set up for you. Okay. So let's unmute you now. And if it gets too crazy, I'll mute you all again, and then we'll do the raised hands thing. But let's unmute just for a second, see how it works. Okay. So everybody, how are you?
As good as can be expected, considering.
Mm-hmm. All right, fair enough.
I'm gently and patiently waiting for my negative result of the test.
Perhaps it's not negative, or perhaps it's not positive anyway.
I think it's negative anyway, so I'm just waiting for the negative.
Good.
Yeah.
Good, Kelly, good. That's awesome.
It is. It's been an experience.
There will be many miracles, as you might say in quotes, happening to this group after this session. I can feel it. I feel many of you have done some amazing work tonight, and I would love to hear about it. If you guys want to, if you're a member if you are on Facebook and you're a member of the Facebook group for the STAR teachers, and you do experience, you know, whatever you experience, I highly encourage you to post there and share with everyone. And if you're not a member, hit me up and I'll get you into that group, because that's what it's for. If you're not on Facebook, and that's fine, if you want to just talk to me about it, send me an email or a little text message and let me know what's happening, and I will share with the group as well. So does anybody else want to say anything about their experience or what's going on with them right now? Be sure to keep it as positive as you possibly can, because we want to keep the energy of the context of the adventure that we had today with this. So
How do I speak?
just speak. There you go.
Okay, I'll speak. My name is Ramsey, and
Hi, Ramsey.
I'm sorry my light is not very good here.
It's okay.
I misjudged the Central Time versus Eastern Time, so I came into the last part. But I wanted to know, this is very special, and I wanted to know if there's a recording of that first part of the transmission that is available.
Yes, it'll be available by tomorrow. It gets converted to a different kind of file, and then it gets sent back to me, and sometimes it takes, you know, between an hour to several hours, and it is getting late where I am now, so it may not come back until I've gone to bed, but I will make it available to everyone by tomorrow. I'll post it in the event that you signed up for, but I'll also post it to my Facebook page. It'll also be available on my website in the media section. Always, it'll be there forever, and you can it'll be on YouTube. It'll be on my YouTube channel as well.
Okay.
And I highly recommend you listen to it as often as possible. This was a very powerful one,
Yes.
and what they've told me is that the energy ramps up with every use. So, and it does new things. It doesn't just keep doing the same thing. You may even hear different things each time you listen to it. Okay, Ramsey. So, and thank you for coming in anyway. I'm very, very happy you were here. Thank you. Anyone else?
I feel energized.
Who's speaking?
Phyllis? Can you hear me?
Yeah, who's that?
Phyllis?
Hi, Phyllis.
Hi. I just feel so empowered.
Yay! I do too.
Yeah, it's my body hasn't felt this good in a very long time.
Yay!
And I really do feel that I have received a bonus of great hope.
Wonderful.
I haven't been living in fear, but I feel I have a hope that I can share. And that's my intention.
Great. Thank you for saying that out loud.
Thank you for what you have participated in.
Oh, thank you. I truly believe that, you know, what they say about the words, the sound of the words even being a technology, I call it a technology of grace. And so just speaking the words that you spoke just now have showered us all with so much grace. And I'm sure everyone feels that they can relate to that and that they resonate with it. So thank you so much.
Well, I love your description of that. That's a powerful description. That's really beautiful.
Thank you. Yes, thank you. Jessica has her hand raised. Jessica, do you want to say something?
Yes, please.
Go right ahead.
Hi, Ms. Debs. I just want to say thank you very much. And also to everybody who's participating. it feels very beautiful to be with many people who I've never seen in person before.
Yes, I know.
So that's pretty neat. And I want to thank all of you for being here and for really speaking up that your feelings and your emotions, especially when we all share on the any platform that we choose to share. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who does
Yes.
that, because if it wasn't for all of you who have the courage or to just have the heart to share your comments and your posts and videos. So I just want to really appreciate that for
Oh,
everybody, and to always keep posting your happy thoughts.
yes.
So
Thank you,
thank you.
Jessica. Thank you.
You're
That's
welcome.
very important.
Thanks.
Thank you. Anyone else?
I have questions.
Yes. Who's speaking? For some reason, I can't tell who's speaking tonight. So would you say who is speaking? Someone said they had a question. Who's that?
Hi, Jerry Martin.
Hi there, Gary. Yes.
How can I get more in touch with my higher self?
Well, you know, the easiest way is through becoming still. And I think meditation is great, but don't get hung up on what people call meditation, you know, because each person has their own way. And so, you know, what we did tonight with the teachers is one way. And I highly encourage you, just like I was encouraging Phyllis to, or the other lady to listen to this recording once we get it. It's a good kind of a template for getting into a meditative state. And once you're still and quiet, you cannot help but be in connection with your higher self. You just can't. But don't deny yourself the joy of just noticing. Anytime you notice the good in life, or anytime you feel a sense of inspiration, or you get an idea or a good memory, that's higher self coming through too. Also, you know, higher self serves as a protective agent. So, you know, you go to step off the sidewalk and you get that feeling, oh, I better step back, and then a bus roars by that would have hit you. That's also being in touch with higher self. So just, I think it just takes practice, and the practice is one of trust, trusting that whatever you're getting is true, and that you're not making it up in your head, and that you will start to play with it a little bit. And so what I can recommend, Gary, is to just sit, you know, maybe just give yourself the task of sitting still or lying still for 3 minutes a day. Early morning when you first wake up before you do anything else is perfect, because you're still kind of in that realm where you have been with your higher self, or right before you go to sleep at night, but not falling asleep. Just, you know, when you're relaxed, when you can allow yourself to just let go. And if other thoughts start to come in and invade, that's okay too, because there's information coming from them, but just don't get stuck on them. Don't, you know, as one of my teachers used to say, think of meditation as, or coherency, as a person, you know, an old yogi sitting on the side, the banks of a river, a roaring river. And at one end of the river is a very steep waterfall, very dangerous. And as he's sitting and watching the river go by, he becomes relaxed and very relaxed. And the sun is beating down on him, and it just feels so calming and relaxing. And he sees the sunlight dappling on the waves of the river. And then suddenly a big log starts to float by, okay? And instead of him getting attached to that log and jumping onto it and then riding to his peril over the waterfall, he just watches the log go by, and eventually it goes out of the realm of his perception, and the water's soothing again. So your thoughts are like those logs. Don't jump on top of them. It's okay to say, oh, there's another one, but not allow yourself to get attached to that. And the more you do that, just 2 or 3 minutes a day, couple times a day, you'll start to relax more and more, and it'll start to be more enjoyable. And then you might want to start doing it for longer periods. But when you do that and you get into that practice, you might have a 10-second window where you feel this sublime sense of just peace. And in that peace, you will feel the embrace of the higher self. And in that embrace is where the information is going to come through clearly for you. Does that make sense?
Makes a lot of sense. I'll be 34 years sober on April 14th. I've been doing meditations every day.
Oh,
Thank you so
Oh.
much.
Congratulations. And oh my gosh, what a great thing to celebrate. Thank you so much. Costa, I see your hand is raised. Would you like to say something? Costa Maria?
Yes, I would. And everybody, I just wanted to say thank you to everybody who has joined here. I think at the peak we had almost 80 people, which something that came at the last minute is pretty wonderful. So you're all wonderful for having dropped what you're doing to join and be together and do some amazing work together here. And this is just the beginning. That's what I think the STAR teachers are letting us know. And I especially want to thank you, Debs, and the STAR teachers for caring enough about us to put this together, to raise us to a higher level, to bring us together, and to give us some hope and information, and to frame this in a way that is more positive, that we can carry forward and give to others. And I want to encourage everyone here that as the recording becomes available, I will be publicizing the link to it, of course, to the ET Let's Talk community and to others on Facebook. I encourage everyone else to do the same thing. The power of this is not just the almost 80 people that showed up tonight, but if each one of us, once we get the link to the recording that Debs will provide to us, if each one of us spreads that link to 2, 3, 10 other friends on our social media, through our other networks, it will become exponential. And I think this is what the STAR teachers want. We are a small core group here that can have an outreach that we can't even imagine if we just do a little bit of networking. And since that's what I do very much in my life, of course, that's what I preach to everybody to do, because the center of this is you. You know, you could the stone in the pond and go out. So I do encourage people to share this recording far and wide, and to keep showing up and to keep sharing the future recordings. This is how we would cover the world with this information. Thanks in advance.
Oh, thank you so much, Costa. And for those of you who are not familiar with who he has selflessly led tens of thousands of people all over the world in doing contact work monthly and for years and years and years. And he does this with, out of the goodness of his heart. And so his the main group is called ET Let's Talk. You can go to etletstalk.com, and it's on Facebook as well and Instagram. And then he has started a new kind of community called the People's Love Alliance, and also Good News Every Day. So look those things up. If you want more positive stuff in your life, those are the places to go. And I will be linking those in the details of the recording on YouTube, so that you all can go there, because it's very important, as he said, for us to share this stuff with everyone. There is now so much negativity in the world, that it is becoming pervasive, and we want to turn the tide. That's how we accomplish what the teachers have told us we're going to accomplish. So thank you so much. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to mute everyone. We have just a few more minutes. If anyone else wants to speak, just use the raised hands thing, and I will recognize you, and then that way it won't be so, there's a lot of background noise now, so it's kind of hard to speak. So anyone else want to say anything before we ring off?
Deb, this is Anne.
Hi, Anne.
Hey, I just want to say thank you so much for this session, and thank you obviously to our future selves, the star teachers. This was just, it brings tears to my eyes to just talk about what I experienced here. When they said to pause, I just felt such relief, knowing that we're kind of over that hump. You know, it just reminds me, if anybody's had kids here, what it's like when you finally put your hands on your child and it becomes a reality. And
Yes.
you know, this just, you know, it's my analogy of what this birthing felt like to us. And with that visualization of connecting hearts and connecting hands with each other and bringing something to the earth, it was such a visual thing for me. It almost felt like you know, the flower of life was wrapped around the earth and we reached points of light on that. It was just unbelievable. So thank you. And Costa, I have no idea how I found you, but thank you for bringing me to this.
Oh, and I have to say two things. Number one, thank you for your kind words. You're just lovely. I love you so much. But your virtual background looks exactly like what I was seeing in the meditation that surrounded the earth, the flower of life grid, with all of those beams of light coming from the cosmos into it. It's just remarkable that you chose that, and it's so amazing. And then the other thing I can tell you, and I hope people don't think I'm getting too weird here, but towards the end, it was right after the meditation when people were transitioning back in, and I was starting to speak, you know, from my perspective. You happened to be on my front screen along with several other people, and you were absolutely took a different form. Your body took a different form. So I'd be really interested to see on the recording if that recorded, because you looked just like one of the star people, and one of the teachers, like how they present to me. So it's almost like they overlaid on top of you, or you merged with them or something, or you were merged and you were starting to pull back in your own body. So it'll be very interesting to see if that recorded. But I have to tell you, that's what I perceived in you. And so it brought me to tears. It was beautiful.
Well, I'm honored if that happened. I sure felt them all over me during that process. Boy, I'm almost excited to go to sleep to see what happens. I feel like so wired, but so like excited to go to sleep, wake up and see this and hear this again. I feel so blessed to be a part of this. So thanks for bringing us all together.
Oh, thank you so much, Anne. And that's probably all the time we have for tonight, everyone. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to everyone who wanted to speak, but again, we will have another session in the next few days. They're really pushing me now to be of service, and so we will do it. And it may be that we do it twice a day so that we get, you know, both sides of the earth, all the hemispheres, able to join when it's easier for them to be awake. And once we get the recording, I'll make it available across all of my platforms. And if you don't find it, just hit me up and I'll tell you where to find it. But once we get it, please do share it with the world. That's what I'm being told. It needs to be shared, in a very generous way. So everyone, thank you again. I love all of you deeply. I'm so grateful. I can't even be more grateful for anything, but what we have here and what you did with us tonight. And I'm just in a state of deep love and grace right now. So thank you. And I love you very much. Have a great evening, morning, and afternoon. Bye. Namaste. Thanks. Bye.